Yeah, yeah. I was finna write a song about how I've been hella stressed, but I looked in your eyes and noticed I'm hella blessed. Staring at you on this airplane, I ain't worried about nothing, cause you got me feeling like the Wayne Wade in '03. Yeah, you and me, we got the heat, so bump all that anxiety. But you hit to the side of me, I feel like I'm gliding. And honestly, look, I don't want you saying that you had a better chance without me, that you wish you had made plans without me. Look, I hate to make this song about me, but I really wanna tell you that I still get goosebumps whenever you call. When I pull up to your house in my car, when we kiss, you make me sound the alarm. When we kiss, that thing go ring, ring, ring. Tell me how you feel, tell me what it is, tell me what it ain't. Trigger happy, you looking by, I might just detonate. Yeah, tell them dudes looking fall back. Kidding to kill, I need all that. Let them call, but don't call back. Let them call, but don't. I don't want you saying that you had a better chance without me, that you wish you had made plans without me. Look, I hate to make this song about me, but I really wanna tell you that I still get goosebumps whenever you call. When I pull up to your house in my car, when we kiss, you make me sound the alarm. When we kiss, that thing go ring, ring, ring. I still get goosebumps whenever you call. When I pull up to your house in my car, when we kiss, you make me sound the alarm. When we kiss, that thing go ring, ring, ring.
Testing 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2 3. What is happening, good people? Welcome to Brando Radio Show. I am B Snow. I am the creative director of F2G Radio Network, and also I am the executive producer of this show. And I'm really excited to be with you guys once again. It is Valentine's Day. For everybody who don't know, if you've been hiding under a rock or something, I'm not fully sure where you've been at, but we are here in the building, and I have alongside me a special guest. Grant Allenson will be gracing the stage, bringing the flair, whatever you want to say, man. At this point, it's like, it's a thing. But yeah, so welcome you all to the broadcast. I don't know about y'all, but this is a different breed for me, man. I'm not really like a Valentine's Day type of dude. Yeah, it's a little weird. I mean, I've tried it beforehand, and pretty much raise your hand. Raise your hand if you tried to give chocolates to a crush, and she threw that mug in the garbage and was like, "Thank you so much." Yo, hey, I swear I am that dude. That was the most traumatic moment of my life, and I was in the 3rd grade. It ruined me. So for me, anytime I profess love or anything like that, my head be shaking, bro. It just be like weird. But for those who are celebrating Valentine's Day, welcome in. Thank you so much. Kelly Webb, listen to me. We coming in this thing real, man. Listen, half the time when you try to profess your love to people, or even just like, give your significant other like a really nice gift, about 48% of the time it be hitting the spot because you know the person, you feel what I'm saying? You know what they like, you put some thought into it, right? The other like 78, how do you equal 48 and 78 to 100? But pretty much the other majority of the time you really are like guessing, right? You, at least for me, people who are like me, dudes who are like me, we really be trying to think and remember really, really hard about like, yo, what is this person like? What do I get them? Do I get the flowers or something like that? And then it becomes like a whole awkward situation where you kind of like trying to figure out what to do. And then when you give it to the person, your heart be like, yo, what's the response? Half the time they be like, oh, that's so sweet. Don't fall for that trick. Because the whole time they'll say, oh, that's sweet. And it'll be a whole different thing, man. So be careful out here in these Valentine streets, mighty God. Also, don't get nobody, if you're not married and you're not committed, Father, help them, mighty God. Don't have no babies on today. that you ain't playing the race. Mighty Jehovah, we gonna talk about it on today here on Brando Radio, where we are committed to building the work ethic and also the professional development of those who are either starting out or really just trying to get their game up to par. We are here, as y'all can tell, due to me making sure that I am bacteria free, that I'm not COVID written or anything like that. Like I've been washing my hands a lot, therefore my hands is ashy. So listen, if you don't like a hard-working man who likes his clean hands, don't talk to me. Look, mighty Jehovah, it's a whole thing. Clink clink. We ain't doing that. We ain't getting nobody pregnant. Listen, no ring, no thingy. That's mighty God. But listen, to all the beautiful black women out there and all the beautiful women who are not of African American descent, just don't tease us, mighty God. Just don't do that, because you be throwing us for a loop. I saw a few people. I was walking from work, and I saw a few people out here like really just like, oh, I got my outfit on, they strutting. I'm like, ma'am, let me get in the house before I get in trouble. Real talk, right? It'd be a thing, man. But yeah, so let's get right into it. For those who are not doing so, and for those who are not in an obedient mindset, make sure that you are indeed following us. I don't know what I'll remind y'all every single week. If you ain't following us, I don't know what you're doing. Period. So we follow us at f2g.network, at f2g.radio, at f2g.ent, and at f2g.apparel. I'm going to give y'all a minor breakdown of what all these things are. F2G Network is pretty much the conglomerate of all the stuff that we do within the Faithful to God family. Then you got F2G Radio, which is what you guys are listening to right now. For those who are not listening in on Facebook, you are actually listening in on f2gradio.net, which is our HQ, you feel what I'm saying, the home that we built for ourselves. We have a bunch of programs that's in there, and we are really appreciative of everything that we've been able to accomplish so far this year, and also even just the full thing we've been able to do last year to build up to this moment. So congratulations to everybody that's over there. We also have, let me go back to the tags, we also have F2G Entertainment, which is pretty much like our place where we are creating events, live events and virtual, and also we have a lot of stuff upcoming with that as well. We have music upcoming, we have books and authors being released through this, and we are really, really excited, because in our head, whenever you have a gift, you are to express that. It doesn't have to be a specific gift. It can be just the gift that God gave you. So that's something that we really want to encourage as well. And then F2G Apparel, you feel what I'm saying, just creating an apparel that makes you feel the faith. It's almost like, I know faith is not like a tangible good, but this is tangible good right there. It's Faithful to God Apparel, and we need y'all to cop that merch. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah. Also, make sure that you guys, if you want to support this channel, which obviously you should, because who wouldn't, duh, patreon.com/F2G. We are here to give you guys a full background on what we do. Patreon is kind of crazy, because for me, like, whenever I'm on Patreon or whenever I am in an area to create content that is like explanatory, I really like to teach people things. I've just learned that. I don't have all the patience in the world, but when it comes to teaching people stuff, it's really like a really fun thing to do, to be able to spark an interest into someone else. And with Patreon.com, we do that. Patreon is pretty much the place where you get to be able to connect with the community that you're with. And it's not only an opportunity to have that done, but also to be able to give them, you know what I'm saying, some nice goodies for being a subscriber. It's a monthly subscription, and you get like a boatload of different things that you can be able to have in that area. Whether you like to, you know what I'm saying, sing or dance or whatever it is, we are teaching you how we were able to build this brand from the ground up. If you're an entrepreneur, you especially need to be in the building. So make sure that you guys are tuning in over on patreon.com/F2G. Let's see here. I want to know, mighty God, who's all in the building? Let's do a roll call real quick. I'm gonna give y'all a few seconds to do so, as we are committing ourselves to this wonderful thing called music. And I love the fact that this is gonna be dope. But yeah, I need y'all to let me know in the comments, how was your Valentine's Day thus far? Also, how was your weekend, man? Because it's Monday. You feel what I'm saying? We in here. It's a whole different work week. I don't know about y'all, but the whole time I've been, woo, my goodness, like I've been busy this week. This weekend itself, I got. I usually average around like maybe 6 or 7 hours of sleep, maybe 5. I've averaged around 4 hours to 3 hours of sleep this week, because I've been doing something that a lot of y'all should be tuning into, which is Richard Gallion, 1800 versus 2020. I am one of the musicians and part of the band for that production. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, somehow you sleep and I don't understand why. But make sure that you tune in to Richard Gallion. Go to his Facebook page, go to his Instagram, man. They have some really dope content over there. And we got a couple shows that's coming up too. So starting on the 19th, you guys get to see me. That's actually going to be the last show that I get to do as far as playing. So you feel what I'm saying? Oh, you feel Demia? Okay, hold up. Hey, we do this in here. Demia in the building, y'all. Y'all listen. Demia in the, you feel me? I love that lady. Yes, go see the play. Y'all, I love that lady. One of my friends from work, man, and she is really grinding her butt off, and I want to congratulate her because she is really, 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 really amazing. Also pray for her, y'all. Like, a lot of stuff that she's going after, she's gonna need coverage for it, and we as a family cover our family. So cover Demia. That's what we do over here. We don't just, you feel what I'm saying, just be like, oh well, okay, cool. I went and got your face. I don't like sushi. Let's stop playing. Let's not do that. Let's not do that at all. I do not like sushi, and she know that. I'm not. That's the other thing with Valentine's Day. I can't really rock with sushi like that. If anybody say that, listen, if you like me, tell me today. Because, my God, I don't know. Listen, if you have a crush on me, let me know. Like, because if you talking about, oh, I'm going to give you sushi for Valentine's Day, no, let me stop. Sushi is like wet fish. Like, it's nasty. And it's got rice on it and stuff. It's a whole thing, man. I don't like that. But, yeah, make sure you guys are tuning in to all that jazz. And we are about to get started very, very shortly. But before then, I want to thank you guys. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all have really been rocking with us heavy. The people that have been making sure that they are tuning into what we are doing here, it means a lot, because to have a radio station, to build that from the ground up, is really crazy. And it's really been kind of like a eye-opener for a lot of situations that I've had to deal with. And also the rest of the team has had to deal with as well. And for me, I'm going to say this right here. Please, 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 for the love of Jehovah Face, do not think this is a podcast. I had somebody literally come up to me yesterday. I think I was visiting, I was doing something. I think I was getting Wingstop or something. And I had talked to a dude the day before that I saw again that night about the radio station. And he was like, oh yeah, I see y'all little podcast over there. I said, did you just say a little pot? I get out my face, boy. Like, and he was trying to promote what he was doing on the radio station. I'm like, bruh, I don't call y'all stuff a little record company. Like, no, I'm gonna stop what I'm talking about right here. Grant, that's nasty. That's nasty. That's sinful. It is not of God. You need to repent, get on your face, like you always do. And you in the background too, dog? Oh, it's up. But nah. So yeah, nah. This is not a podcast. This is not a mighty God. We is not a podcast. We are a full radio station. We are an online radio station that is committed to showing people grace, mercy, and also to allow y'all to have full commitment in y'all lives. Look, you can't promote music on a podcast. You can't do all these things. You can't actually receive income from certain podcasts unless you actually we ain't no podcast, man. I mean, we have mad love for them. Like, for people who podcast, do your thing, do it heavy. We are not a podcast. We are a radio station. Mighty God. All right. So yeah, we about to actually get into this music real quick, and then we're going to transition to our interview with Grant Allison, a worshiper out of Chicago, Illinois. But outside of that, this man loves his family. And I think with it being, it only fit for us to have someone who has love in their heart to fully be able to show us what it is to actually love your family heavy. But first, we're going to play one of my favorite songs by one of the dopest rappers that I've ever heard of in a minute. And he my age. You feel what I'm saying? 97 gang in the building. John Keith, 97. We playing that loud and proud right here. F2GRadio.net, Brando Radio. Ah!
So crazy. Look, mom, God made a way for me. Turn me up. Only going up, would you pray for me? Only begun, just wait and see, yeah. Hey, knock, knock, knock. Yep, I heard the block is hot. Wait, that might be the ops. Wait till we get to the top. Look, wait a sec, shows it at the check. Still got no regrets. Boom, my pep been set since 1996. When you in the set, but you ain't from the set. Never fit in that, so it's really till I'm dead. Just got born again, but talking like a vet. Spirit on me can't get caught without the tech. In a lonely place, yeah. My whole life a mess. Yahweh met me there. I tatted on my neck. Ooh. West side and I'm tapped in. I'm on no cap like a Baptist. I'm on light movie, no acting. I'm on white bad but no actress. Bro, I'm too old for them tactics. And these miracles, no magic. Cause I might flow but no hat tricks in my, yup. Ayy, hometown was still lacking. Put them all on my back then. Didn't know me, that's back then. Funny thing how an M turned into an L on the back end. So I'm any tribe to the casket. I got no boss in my masters. And it's 4 a.m. What's a holiday? Daddy work like 80 hours a week. I'm only on the way. Trying to keep my mind off my depression. At least that's what I say. Grandma died and I was in a session. She no light of day. Whoa. Hey, money can't fix that. Mamas can't get back. Tryna keep every single promise that the kid had. Tryna find a way to stay honest in this thing, man. And tell you where I've been, but it's so crazy. Look, my God made a way for me. Only going up, would you pray for me? Only begun, just wait and see, yeah. Hey, knock, knock, knock. Yep, I heard the block is hot. Wait, that might be the ops. Wait till we get to the top. Yeah, I don't need no rollie if I ain't getting no time of day. All the smoke is holy, the altar color we running face. When I talk to my OGs, they say I'm juicing no OJ. Don't piss on my bros, that be KO and not OK.
Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1. Wicked what? Mighty God. Welcome back to Brando Radio Show. Right now, you guys are listening to John Keith. That is 97. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm a 97 gang in the building, bro. Like I love the fact that I'm a 97 baby. For everybody who's telling me I'm a 2000s baby, and also to everyone who says that I am a millennial. Stop. Mighty God. All right. So we are about to tune into this wonderful broadcast and this wonderful interview. I get to introduce one of the coldest people I've ever met. And I'm not gassing him. Okay, I'm gassing him up a little bit. The man needs his flowers, man, and I am one of the people to give it to him. I mean, it's different when you get to, like, be on different happy love day. Mighty God. All right. When you get to be on a radio station and a radio show and you feel the love from somebody you actually know. It's different when you have people who like, yo, I just met you today. I love your energy. This dog is the realest. I've had multiple conversations with this man. He is really a crazy dude. But I love the fact that he loves his family. He loves his art. He loves God. God first and foremost. That's for real. And he loves helping people love what they do and put their all into their work. So I want to introduce the one, the only, because there's literally, with his fingerprint, there's only one Grant Allison. Grant Allison, number 1V as in his name. We're gonna call him 1V on tonight. That's gonna be his nickname. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Welcome all, Grant Allison. What's happening, dog?
What up? What up? What up? Ivy in the house. What up, FTG Radio family?
Hey, wait. The fact that you went along with it threw me off.
What's
How you
going
been,
on,
man?
man? How are you? I'm all good, man. I appreciate you, inviting me on once again, to chop it up, man. Blessings to you, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
No worries, bro. Always. Side note, you actually just gave me a whole reminder of the fact that you were actually our first interview. Like, one of our first people that we interviewed on FCG Radio.
Yep, I sure was. A few years ago, man. So I'm proud of you, man. It's pretty dope, for such a young man like yourself to, have their own radio station, play the kind of music that they want to play and invite, the kind of people that they want on. So that's a huge accomplishment, man. So don't take it lightly. I just believe it's only the beginning for you. So,
Thanks, dog.
keep pushing, keep moving, bro.
Always, man. I love the fact that we have people like you on here, dog. And it's a different breed because for me, seeing the fact that y'all have the opportunity to pour into me anytime that, specifically you, like anytime, like little do people know, we actually go and we actually serve at Lighthouse Community Church currently together, and I get to experience that from you every single Sunday, which is really, really dope, and I love that part. But now it's like, man, I get to reciprocate, bro. Like, you've given so many keys to me and so many gems and have pushed me and supported me. Now I get to support you and to let the people know what you're about. And that really makes me happy to be able to do something like that. We got some people in the building. Mother Ma'am says hi.
What's up, Miss T? How are you? Happy Valentine's Day. I see your hair looking lovely in that photo.
Looking lovely in the photo. Got the little bang, not the bang, like it's a whole the drape. Man, but listen, yes, we are here. If you can give the people a little bit of an intro of who you are, and a brief little explanation of what you are about currently.
Okay. Well, what's up, family? Again, my name is Grant Allison, born and raised in Chicago, Illinois. Been here all my life, temporarily. Been here all my life. I'm a worshiper out of Chicago, Illinois. Currently in school right now, majoring as a worship leader. So thank God in a couple months I'll be able to walk the stage and complete, my degree as a worship leader and a biblical studies minor. Yes, man, it's been a long road, 5-year journey.
Woo! And, 5 years of school.
Years. 5 years of school, bro. Mainly part-time. A lot of it was part-time due to my full-time work schedule, serving at a private school. Been married to my wife for 16 years. She's my best friend. She means everything to me. And I have a 15-year-old daughter. She's my heart as well too. So I'm a songwriter as well too. So I have music available on all digital outlets. Quick plug. You can find all my music under Grant Allison IV or Grant Allison. Don't ask me how it ended up like that, but you can find all my music on both. Or you can go to GrantAllisonIV.com and you can find all my music on there. So check out my YouTube page as well too. So that's just a little bit about me, man. I just love God, love worshiping, love teaching, love writing as well too. I just love serving Him and serving His people.
Yo, that's real talk.
And I love basketball. I'm a huge basketball fan too.
We don't do basketball like that. I'm a fan of the NBA, but the last time I told you this, the last time that I shot a basketball was over the backboard, which is what made me stop.
I remember that. Yeah, I witnessed that. I was there, so.
I was there. I hate you.
It's not your thing, you know. Put a beat in a
Man.
microphone in your hand, you would kill it. Put a ball in your hand, shot going over the backboard. You know?
The shot is going over. Listen, man, I want to get into this interview, bro. So first of all, how has your day been, man? Like, I know it's Valentine's Day. Pretty much everybody is out here enjoying the beautiful day of love. But yeah, how's your day been, man? Like, what has it been for you before this interview on today?
You know, my day was pretty chill. You know, got to have lunch with my wife. You know, for Valentine's Day, we went to a spot called Asian Harbor, enjoying some sushi. I like to call it sushi. You know,
Ew.
And so yeah, some shrimp tempura. That's what I had, and some, you know, and but it was really good. So just enjoying each other's company, you know, while we had the opportunity, because we work in the evenings as well too. So you know, we were just able to enjoy each other company while we can. You know, got us some roses and, you know, some chocolate strawberries, some things she like. Not roses, tulips. My wife is not really a big fan of roses. You know, she likes tulips and peony flowers. She likes those special, expensive type of flowers. She doesn't like roses. I remember the first time I gave her roses when we first met, she almost threw them back in my face because she was like, I don't like roses. I thought every female liked roses, but not my wife. She liked other type of flowers. But, you know, so that's kind of been how my day, kind of chill, you know, so far. I have to work later on, you know, this evening. So far, so good, man. I don't have any complaints.
Bruh, that's crazy. Like, I actually thought that too. In my head, like, I think honestly I should, that if I'm ever interested, well, I'm actually, okay. So the person that, like, if I want to get to know a person, I'm gonna ask that question off jump. I'm not gonna just bat them something and be like, okay, here, cause people be saying it's a thought that count. No, it's not. No, it's not. But no, let's stop lying to people. The thought does not count. It's the action first. It's what you do that counts. Cause man,
that's true.
Man, it's a whole thing, bro. But yeah, bro. Like, I'm glad that y'all actually got some time, because I know y'all are busy people. That's really crazy. Like, y'all really. You were talking about how you guys, like, work on campus. Can you describe a little bit of what that's like, as far as, like, working with kids and being around them during the school year?
Yeah, it's you know, it's rewarding, you know, but of course it has its challenges as well. You know, we're educators, you know, / what they call house parents. So, you know, we our responsibility is to model the family, you know, and a lot of students come from single family homes and different things like that. You know, the main objective is education and provide opportunities for students, you know, who live in, you know, some areas that's not as safe. So we just try to provide that structure and that discipline and that support, you know, to the students that live in our home. We typically have 10 to 12 students that stay with us Sunday night through Friday as well too. So you know, we've been here about 9.5 years now. So, you know, it's been really challenging. You know, it's definitely a huge sacrifice, you know. So, but at the same time, again, it is rewarding. So, you know, we just try to instill, you know, positivity and positive seeds, you know, within the students that we come encounter with, and, you know, pray that one day, you know, different things that we've taught them and shared with them, that, you know, they will start to manifest in their lives. So it's all about building relationships with them. And so, yeah, man, that's kind of what we do at this boarding school.
Man, that's crazy, man. It really shows, like, the commitment of servanthood, especially within, like, inside of people that you are seeing develop and grow. My next question to you would be, how long did it take you to really commit to knowing that you wanted to spread the love of Jesus Christ as a servant of the Lord? And honestly, like, what was the defining moment for you when you decided, you know what, I'm just gonna commit my life and just, like, do this 110%?
It's a great question, man. there's a misconception. I think number one, I'm a pre-K kid, and so I think a lot of times people think because you're raised in church, that once saved, always saved, you know, or we're under the salvation, of our parents because our parents are saved. So that wasn't my case. I was in church all my life, but of course, I wasn't doing everything that I was supposed to do all my life. I always knew that there was something that God had a calling on my life, maybe around 17 or 18 years old. So then I think maybe in my mid 20s, I love music, so but I started to notice that I started to feel kind of convicted about doing certain things, listening to certain things, and so I had to kind of research and find out, why I was feeling a certain way, and then really God was starting to strip certain appetites and desires away from me for another reason, a bigger purpose that He had on my life. So I would say it was about mid 20s. I really started to kind of get serious, about the calling that's on my life and what God called me to do. But for a long time, man, I was kind of, an insecure person.
Mm-hmm.
I always loved to sing. I love to write music, but honestly, I had put my pen down for many, many years. And it wasn't until recently, over the last 5 years, that, I had the confidence to pick the pen back up and start writing and creating again. So, so that's kind of, a little part of my journey. Really the Holy Spirit just stripping things away from me, identity issues, not realizing who I am, and just learning who He is, that allowed me to understand who I am and who He created me to be. Because God doesn't make any mistakes. Every gift comes from Him, and it's for Him. So every gift that we have, I look at it as an opportunity for us to serve His people and to serve Him with the gifts that He's given us. So I'll say about my mid 20s, was really when I got serious about God. And 5 years ago is really when I kind of took my commitment to another level by really trying to, grow even more spiritually by a higher education. That kind of motivated me to go to school. Everyone doesn't have to go to school, but that was kind of my path that I wanted to take. Obtain certain disciplines, expose myself to certain informations and different challenges that I needed, I believe, to kind of be a better person, be able to articulate the Word of God, the Scriptures, have conversations with people who beliefs may not be the same as mine, but I'm still able to share the gospel and my beliefs, in an intelligent way, in hopes of winning them over if they are lost. So, school has really been great for me. I really loved it, and I learned a lot, and I really have. So, yeah.
Yeah, man, it's really a thing. Like what you explained to me is honestly, whenever your situation, when you presented like a certain surroundings, half the time it's not really like that surroundings that is not fully an answer of who you are going to become. So just because you're around certain people doesn't mean that you're necessarily going to become like those people. You have to kind of, first of all, not only receive conviction about certain stuff that you're doing that you honestly shouldn't be doing, but then also you should be making a decision to be able to move into that area of, okay, if I'm deciding this, then I'm going to do this 100%. And I think that's honestly like what this show is about. With how are you able to develop like your work ethic? I mean, you honestly like, of course, you having a family. I would think that would need a little bit of a bit of work ethic and a little motivation to be able to sustain your family. So what were you able to do to kind of get yourself into a mindset of, okay, let's go after this. Let's not waste any time. Let's just go all in.
That's another great question. I think a few different things. One, my dad, I think he was the first man in my life that really modeled a strong work ethic. I see my dad go to work. Even to this day, I see my dad work 12, 13-hour shifts and different things like that, for his family. So I believe I got that foundation from my dad. As it relates to business and just determination, I think there were certain mentors, throughout my life, that really impacted me. I was self-employed for a long time, working in the financial service industry. So I was able to, build relationships with individuals that really, provided a blueprint for me on how to become successful. Even as an entrepreneur, working for yourself, and just that drive. And I always wanted to, be in a position where my wife, if she didn't want to, she didn't have to work, and also be in a position where, if we needed to bless others, we'll be able to bless them in whatever way, without it being a financial strain on my immediate family. So I think that mixture of my dad, mentors in my life, and me just wanting a desire and having a will to provide for my family, I think that's where it all came from. So I just took pieces of all those three and kind of cultivated into, who I am today. The drive, the will, the determination, the vision, learning the work ethic, and so I think that's where I got it from. Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's crazy, man. Cause like everybody can't say that, bro. Like everybody can't say like, oh, my dad actually set like a standard for me. Like especially within our community and within our ethnicity, the father half the time is not even in the house. So it's really special that you were able to experience something like that. But yeah, so let's talk a little bit about your beloved Miss Tony, mighty God.
Beloved.
Your beloved. You gotta do the you gotta.
My beloved. So I gotta rock back.
Your beloved, mighty. Okay. But yeah, so you said that you guys were together for 16 years.
Yeah, married for 16, known each other for about 18 years.
All right, so you gotta put me up on game. You gotta put me on game because at this point I'm single and I'm trying to mingle. So let's put me up on game. How the heck do I make the first move? Because I do not know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yo, I don't know. I have no idea.
No, it's weird, man. I had so many, well, not so many people, but my mom, I think she made the first move for me, actually.
Really?
Yeah, man. The first time I think me and my wife really talked, we were at church, and I was sitting on one side of the church, and my wife was sitting on the other side of the church. So my mom called me up, and she called my wife up, and she was like, "Hey, what are you doing today? Because he ain't doing nothing today." And I was like, "What? She ain't doing nothing." She's like, "Y'all should go to the movies." I'm like, I do have stuff to do, so so I think that was like our first introduction that way, man. And I guess it kind of broke the ice, and we pretty much started talking after that, just hanging out, for a little bit. But yeah, that was, I think, our first really like interaction that kind of broke the ice. My mom, so your mom knows, man. If she sees the right person, she knows who's the right person for you.
Man, she ain't gonna help me out, bro. She gonna want me to do that by myself. Like, whole time, like I've told her beforehand too. Like, it's different, bro. Like now is really like for me specifically at least. Anytime that I've ever going out with somebody or even just going on a date, my mom has been like, "Hey, so you whole time know that's not the person, right? Like that's not, she ain't the one." And I was like, "But no, she is though." She was like, "Brandon." She wouldn't even call me B. She would just be like, "Brandon, that's not, no." No. So now it's kind of been like, you know what? Yeah, it's cool. But how do you feel like now, like because to be honest, a lot of stuff has changed now. But how do you feel like people in their processes should go now, if they're interested in somebody and really just trying to like honor them with their they're seeking, if that's what you call it, or even courting or whatever. How do you feel about like the way that they should do it now?
Well, I think some of the things as it relates to that, I think people should stick to the foundational principle. You know, when it comes to if you're interested in an individual, being polite, being kind to that person, you know, developing a conversation, communicating with that person to see, what's their interest. Start with building a relationship, for a friendship first, and then see where it goes from there. I know dating, it appears to be a lot different, than when I was coming up. I'm kind of, glad that I'm taking, because it seems to be a lot more different nowadays. But I like to believe, man, that some of those foundational things as it relates to, getting involved in a relationship, is still the most solid foundation, man, because I think it's such a gap in that, like you said, a lot of young men do not have those father figures, to kind of, model and teach them certain things as it relates to just life in general. Their motto is a lot of times things that they see on TV, unfortunately, but I think you take it one step at a time, man. You see somebody you're interested in, you just, ask them out, go, go hang out to bowling or get something to eat or something, and just start there, man. Just build a relationship, so people would know who you are, your personality. I know you got a dope personality, man. You funny dude, you creative. Most girls, most women, they like creatives as it is, but always be your authentic self. Don't try to change for somebody else because you want somebody to like you for you and not trying to be somebody else. I'm always myself, my authentic self. Funny, I'm athletic, and so I don't change, just to try to get somebody. You know what I mean? But I'm me, man.
That's real, man. You sounded so smooth when you said "I'm me, man." Like you sounded real. Y'all heard Swagger Grant come out real quick. That man was like, "I'm me. I ain't gotta change." Yeah. Yo, hey man, like I love the fact that you are really 100% you. I love that. That just, and honestly, like even just like I can tell that you really love your family, dog. Like you really love your family. To the point where even just I see between you and Lay, like your daughter, like y'all bond is a whole thing, and I really do love that, bro. So congratulations and a full just good job on what you've been doing and grinding and still being present. You know what I'm saying? Like there's not a lot. We don't have y'all no more. We don't have like a lot of like fathers within the community, within African American community, or even just in Chicago. A lot of fathers are not present, but you're one of the ones that are. So we want to give you your flowers, man. We want to give you what we call bees bouquets. We want to give you your flowers, dog. Real talk.
Nah, man, I appreciate it, man. And that's one of the reasons I try to build relationships, especially with younger men, because I know that to be a truth. That it's unfortunately, man, a lot of young men, boys, kids do not have their fathers, in their lives. So I just try to do my best, man, do my part, just to do and be whatever I can to a generation that needs it. It's a generation that needs it.
Yeah, man.
So yeah,
it's a whole thing, bro. So let's get into Mighty God bees bouquets. That's how. Okay, so it's sticking. It's a thing now because we been trying to figure out like what do we call like giving flowers to people. Especially who come onto the station. But yeah, man, we're gonna call it bees bouquets, Mighty God. But yeah, mighty so God. let's mighty Jehovah, Mighty God. that's gonna stick to. You said what?
He is the rock.
He is the rock. Yo, what is happening right now? Yo, that is hilarious. Hey, let's get into this music, man. I believe, and I could be wrong, but didn't you just have a release like a few weeks ago?
A release?
Yeah. Or was it, how long ago was that you released new music?
No, you speaking prophetically. You speaking prophetically, that's all.
I feel it coming in my belly.
Yeah, no, I haven't had a release yet in 2022. My things have just really been busy for me, man.
Mm.
With school and preparing for graduation, preparing for a senior concert and just work. So I have
Yeah.
music that I am, finalize or trying to finalize, but I
Oh,
just
you
haven't had the
finalizing it,
time.
man. That's just what it is.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
process, bro.
it is, it is. So, but I plan on releasing some more music, man, this year. I got so many songs that I'm going to release, this year. My latest song came out, I think it was August, maybe August, September of 2021, titled "Here,"
Mm-hmm.
which was a live version of a song that I wrote. One of my sisters, she sang on it with me, Dr. Alexandria Crumble. So
Hey.
that's my, yeah, man. That's my latest release. But
Mm.
I've been working on some new music, so I'll be releasing in 2022 as well
Yeah,
too.
man.
Doing some co-writes. I've been doing some co-writes as well too. So yeah.
It's the writing for me, and I believe I think you were part of the program, the Lenny Land music thing. You were doing that too, right?
Yeah, I still am. I'm still a part, of the one of the Delaney Land music songwriters. So he has some huge opportunities on the horizon that I'm looking to take advantage of as well too. Because that's something that I really want to do too. In addition to leading worship and teaching, songwriting, man. Because I think it's such
Mm-hmm.
a honor, man. I'm reading a book, in relating to communication, and in a book it talks about how we're servant speakers, and it's such an honor for us to be able to communicate and articulate, the heart of God in the earth. So I think that's like one of the best responsibilities that we can have, as kings, as Levites, as believers, to be able to articulate the heart of God in the earth. So I really love songwriting, man. So I'm looking forward to what the future holds, what God has in store for my future as it relates to songwriting.
Man, the fact that you honestly you've been doing some incredible stuff with your songwriting, bro. Like, I think the one thing that I can say about you, and we actually got a chance to play some of your songs yeah, actually yesterday. That was actually
Cool.
to be able to do that. Honestly, it's an honor because you think about songwriting as a whole. A lot like about a good maybe 30 to 20% of people that I know can do it in a way where it changes atmospheres, and it's really like a crazy thing of experiencing a full type of experience. You masterfully done that, like especially with leading people to the Father, and even just a place of peace and tranquility, and also into kind of like a, a settled heart. Like I think that's a lot of times with your music is really kind of like an opportunity to settle anger, to settle frustration, to settle sadness, to settle confusion, and to really just give like a peace on the water type of thing. And you really done that well, bro. So congratulations on that, man, for real.
Man, I appreciate that, man. I'm still growing, in that area as a songwriter, but that is one of my prayers. That God gives me songs of healing, songs of deliverance, songs of freedom, prophetic songs. That's definitely a prayer of mine. So you've been able to identify that and sense that in my music. That means that God does answer prayers.
He does indeed, mighty Jehovah. Listen, don't let me do that, cause I'll go in. You hear me?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's wonderful. All right, so we got a few more minutes within the interview. We got actually about 5 more minutes in the whole broadcast. So I want to open this up to the audience. Mighty God, if you guys have any questions,
Mighty God.
mighty God. Okay, stop. We're not doing that on this broadcast. Hey, if y'all have any questions at all, make sure that you guys are tuning into the comments, typing in real quick. post it up on the thing so that we can ask Grant before he gets ready to go into his everyday life of stretching the people of God of the younger generation. Mighty God. Notice that I went up and down when I said younger. Mighty God. But yeah, man. And just as a reward, not even just a reward, but as a thank you just for tuning in, we are definitely going to be playing your song here on F2G Radio as our outro music. So I'm really excited about that. But yeah, man. Oh, so also one question I want to ask you is, what is the one thing that you're expecting out of 2022 that is going to be that will actually change your life for the better? What is one thing that you really want to happen out of 2022?
Man, that's a heavy question, man. 2022, I am looking for the manifested promises of God to really begin to overtake me and my family's life. You know, there's a lot of prayers, you know, that we've prayed before God. There's been a lot of prophetic words that's been spoken. So I'm believing that this is the year that it will happen. That's the most simplest way to put it, that this is the year that it will happen.
Yeah, I'm really believing that to be so. Cause man, I can say the same thing. A lot of stuff has been said. A lot of stuff has been decreed. And now it's time to start making them words into clay and making it like actually formed. That would be great to see throughout 2020, and I'm believing that to be over you, man. So, but yeah, so we are actually at the end of the interview. Please let us know if y'all have any questions, because if y'all don't, we sure know about the transition. But man, once again, I want to thank you so much for tuning in, for having the time of day to be able to come on my wonderful show of an amazing conglomerate of people as yourself, to be able to come in and just speak to the audience, bro. That is really amazing. We have one question.
My honor, brother.
Oh, it's always an honor to have you, man. And then the fact that it's a full circle, bro, and you were one of our first artists that we interviewed, it makes sense to bring you back on here, man. So we got one question from Kelly Webb regarding music. Who are some artists you like to work with or write for? Well, I feel like that's... Ain't you already doing that, though?
To a certain degree, but there are some artists that I have not had the opportunity yet to write with. With Delaney Land Music, you know, so it's more so of opportunity presents itself, you know, so they kind of pitch the opportunity to songwriters that's a part of Delaney Land Music. So that's a little different. But artists that I really would like to write with, one is William McDowell, or write for.
Yo,
yeah,
that would be amazing.
Yeah, Jeremy Riddle is another, and I would say I want to write with Mav City.
I was going to say Maverick City. That actually would be like, wouldn't it be really stupid is if Maverick City had like a thing with William McDowell and Riddle, and they literally like made a song, and then you had an opportunity to just, that would kind of be like a gumbo of a song.
Yeah. And actually, one more person who probably does not get a lot of recognition for their music, but is super prophetic, super powerful, is Apostle Jonathan Ferguson.
Yo, that's okay. That's accurate.
Yeah.
He doesn't really get a lot of recognition.
And I don't think he cares to. I think it's all about kingdom, and I think it's about writing music for, you know, their house and their body, and the world just has the opportunity to partake in that, just like, you know, Elevation Worship did, just like Hillsong did. Those songs that they wrote were originally written for that body, for that house, and the world just had the opportunity to, take part in that. So, but that's another person. I really love Apostle Ferguson and their writing. I think it's just really prophetic, and it's really from the throne of God.
Of God. Notice that anytime he say mighty God or he say Jehovah, but he always leaves the last out.
Yeah.
Like
But I write with
Listen.
anybody. I write with anybody as well too, man. Just the opportunity to be able to learn and grow. I write with anyone.
Yo, that I feel it to be done, man. Especially Maverick City. I feel like that will really, really be great for you. All right, we got one more question, and then we're gonna head out of here. If you could change one thing about your life, what would it be? Man, that's the hard question right there. Cause it'd be like 8 or 9,000 things that you be.
Yeah, normally that would be a hard question, but since it's something that I kind of been thinking about, lately, I think if I was able to change one thing, I wish I would have started learning music more, sooner. The music theory and being in, the different the music opportunities coming up in high school. I wish I would have learned that more, because now in college, that I'm older, I've been exposed to music theory and concept and all those kind of things. So there's times like, man, I wish I would have started in this sooner, and I would have been a lot further than I am right now as it relates to music, because I love it, man. And learning the music theory, it's how it works and all that. Such a powerful gem. God is so amazing, man. To be able to have the human mind, calculate and hear certain pitches, and you hear a sound, and then there's a frequency to that sound, and you can write all that out, and you can create this big old beautiful piece of artistry music. It's like amazing. So that is one thing I wish.
I think that's actually, yeah, I agree. However, I hate music theory. I despise it.
Me too.
It is a sore thumb. It's literally like, once you think you walking and then you step on a Lego, that's what music theory is for me. But it helps. I mean, it's an instrument that helps you and really builds you. But you be making mad mistakes all the time.
Yeah.
It's like you have to stay a student in order to learn that for sure, man. So, yeah, man, this music theory ain't no joke, bro. But I'm glad that you got that experience, man. Shout out to is it Visible Music Bible College or music?
No, just Visible Music College.
Visible Music College. Shout out to them in Lansing, Illinois. We would love to have y'all on the radio for sure, cause man. But yeah, man, I'm really glad that you were able to stop in. Thank you so much for tuning in, dog. We're gonna go ahead and transition out. But yeah, bro, stay up, man, for real. And also stay on here, cause I gotta talk to you afterwards. Hold on. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pull you to the background, and then we're gonna talk later.
All right, cool.
Fam, we have had the one and the only, say it with me, the one, the only, Grant. You gotta put the R. You can't just like Grant. Nah, Grant Allison. We have had a really, really dope interview with the one and only Grant Allison, and I am so glad that we were able to have this moment with him. That man is my actual brother. He's my actual friend, actual mentor at times for sure, and he's a pioneer. We were having a whole conversation, which I feel like honestly we're gonna have to bring this man back to talk about a whole different thing about worship as a whole. And then also just to talk about like the trajectory of it. I think we're gonna definitely bring that man back, seriously. So stay tuned for that. But welcome, guys, and thank you so much for tuning in to Brando Radio Show. Once again, I am B. Snell. I am the creative director of Faithful to God Network, as well as the executive producer of this show, where we are meant to build people's work ethic, to build their professional development, and to allow people to know that you can grind at whatever age you're at and still be able to give God all the glory. You feel me? So Next week, we have with us none other than Marcus Carroll. For those who don't know who that is, I don't get it. I don't understand. This man is a major jazz musician within Chicagoland area, and he happens to be my mentor. This brother here is incredible. I've known him honestly for about a good 14 years of my life. So to have him on with us next week is going to be really amazing. But yeah, it's Monday, you feel what I'm saying? Towards the end of the day, it's Valentine's Day. Go get your boo. Make sure that y'all, hanging out or whatever. Don't be a simp. Don't just do stuff for somebody and they ain't telling you nothing or saying, oh yeah, don't do it. Don't be a me at 16. Don't. Mighty God, I was that dude. I was a simp, man. And I have to catch myself down and be like, no. So yeah, have a wonderful Valentine's Day. Give your mama some flowers, dog. Give your people's day flowers. Your sister, your mama, your pops. Take him out to dinner, yo. You feel what I'm saying? Like, just do your thing and love your people. You feel what I'm saying? Be faithful. BF2G. We love you. We love you guys so much. I've been tripping on my words all broadcast. But we love you guys so much. And I will talk to y'all on the flip side. Whoop. Peace out.
Song to me is like a conversation with the Lord. And in this conversation with the Lord, the more we communicate and the more we commune with each other, then I begin to become overwhelmed and overtaken and transformed in His presence, that when I leave, we won't be the same. So this is like a conversation make it personal between you and the Lord, between me and the Lord. The Lord blessing me to be able to write this song. Amen. And my dear sister, great friend Alex, I'm just going to worship. We are here, standing in the midst of your glory, standing in the midst of your presence. Hearts are open wide. We are here. We are here, standing in the midst of your glory, standing in the midst of your presence. Hearts are open wide.